Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday. This is Leah Ryan and Loft Manager Richard from the Pioneer Racing Pigeon Club of Ontario and the Pioneer One Loft Race here with your Monday night family show where we talk anything and everything to do with pigeons, pigeon racing, you name it, we talk about it. I'm going to check to make sure we're live on Facebook and YouTube and send it over to Ryan. Go ahead, Ryan.
That was a pretty pumped up intro. This is a big day today, Ricky. But before we talk about, and it's not about training pigeons today, it's why it's a big day. That's nothing. That's a small blip. But before I get into why it's such a good day, we want to tell everyone thank you for tuning in. We want you to like, share, and subscribe. You see the little bells, the dingles there. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. We're going to try and get to 6,500 or 7,000 subscribers. When we hit 10,000, we're going to have a barbecue giveaway where we give away an entire pit to someone in the world. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to do that. So please, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Big day. I'm going to wait for Leah to come on. Or you know what? Hell with Leah.
No, I don't know if she's
she's doing what she's doing right there. She's right now making sure that the YouTubers and the Facebookers are getting along. And sometimes these YouTubers will attack the Facebookers, okay?
Oh.
Very deadly. But big day in Canadian history today.
Mm-hmm.
One of the very best days for celebrating a super Canadian. A Canadian with super heart, strong will, Terry Fox. Today's Terry Fox Day. Did you know that?
I thought it was Simcoe Day. That's what I thought.
Terry Fox Day.
Is it? I don't know. I thought they call it Simcoe Day.
It's Terry Fox Day.
Is it?
I think
It is.
it's both. It's both.
It's both.
It's both.
Simcoe was long before Terry Fox. He was one of the settlers, of an area, and Terry Fox, I mean, came 20 years ago, whatever that was. So they call it a Terry Fox Day. It's really not. It's a Simcoe Day.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to probably, if we look up both,
I'm not going to get in an argument with you.
both Canadians, I'm going to tell you.
Simcoe was long before Terry Fox was even around.
Can you tell me what Simcoe did?
He did a lot.
He showed up here?
Yeah,
he showed up here. Was he in a boat?
Yes. I think it's both days. We just are honoring Terry Fox because in our eyes, he is a great Canadian hero. So I'm sure right. Simcoe was a real cool dude too. But today we're going to honor Terry Fox because let's follow the bouncing ball dad. Terry Fox because he's a great Canadian hero. And today is celebrating Terry Fox Day.
Oh, you're the only one I know.
Thank you very much.
When we start this show,
thank you.
When we start this show, you couldn't focus in on what we're going with. But anyways, welcome.
I'm just saying it's Simcoe Day.
Thanks.
It's not Terry Fox Day.
Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday, everyone. Guys, put your pigeon questions in the comments. Tracy, nice to see you on. Woohoo, I was right on the minute. Jay-Z and Troy both owe me drinks. Congratulations, Tracy. Pioneer Club. If we're not on time, if we're on time, there's something wrong.
Yeah, well, and wait a minute. What was she on time about? Was she on time about the time that the show's going to start? Was she on time about the picking what time the birds were going to show up today? Did you get both of them? Maybe you don't deserve a drink. Maybe you needed to get both today. So remember, settle down, calm down. It's okay. You're going to get there.
Are you talking about who? Tracy?
Yeah, that's Troy right there for you. Troy's going to buy you an orange Gatorade.
Okay, so probably was it Tracy or Troy? I don't know.
Ricky,
but they probably rushed to have a shower before the show. They were rushing to get their shower, get everything, every perfume on and all this. And God, they'd have known they could have taken an extra half an hour in the shower. I didn't have a shower tonight.
And Troy's drinking orange Gatorade.
And like Howard Hughes would say, Ryan, that fly, I will give you $10,000 cash, but I want you to bring me that fly. Bring it in an hour. Alive.
Take it away, Leah.
That's right, David Tracy.
Excuse me.
Pioneer Racing Pigeon Day, first trainer of the year, 001. How did it go? I missed bits and pieces of it because my internet was crapping out, but Can certainly show the playback over on the old YouTube. How
Oh,
did it go?
it was an emotional wreck today. I mean, shit.
It wasn't a wreck. It wasn't wreck.
Do you know what the
It
people?
wasn't
Do you know what the people were
emotional
saying?
for you.
No, not Ricky. I don't worry, man.
It wasn't emotional for me.
No, but for the audience, it was. They seen the dark clouds. They seen the strong headwinds. They seen the enchanted duck farm and beef slaughter place. And I know what the people were saying. Eh? I got goddamn ESP, and this is what I could hear. Yeah, he's gonna lose them today. That's what I heard. And you know what? 270 for 270. A couple birds stayed behind. A couple birds wouldn't come out of the transporter. But we've made our little adjustment on that one for tomorrow. So that's not going to be a problem. But I will say something. I was very impressed, and I don't know if you could see it when they were flying in the camera, but I liked how they were rolling in the wind. I like how they were acting in the wind. They acted like a real nice group of pigeons. I like it that they broke up and they came back together. And just like you said, Ricky, when they came back together, they fit like a glove. You know? Came out of that transporter real good. Super hot humidity. We flew them in the morning. We got them in.
You gotta.
And then we let them sit for 3 hours in that transporter.
Excuse me, but you got a headwind. The headwind was, I believe,
20 kilometers.
20 kilometer headwind. That's like 15 mile an hour headwind. And the clouds, there was some black clouds there. Almost looked like maybe rain was coming.
They look good.
Yeah, I thought they'd be in about 18 minutes. Yeah, you can see those clouds. That's the beef lamb slaughterhouse there.
It came good.
Yeah, the wind was the wind was fairly strong. And they came. I thought about they should be about 18 minutes. When they're really hitting, they should be probably about 3.5 to 5.5 minutes when the birds are hitting. Okay, 3.5 to 5 minutes from that spot. And they took more. They came in what, 22 minutes?
22 minutes. Now, a question for you.
22 minutes, and I really enjoy that. That's a bonus. A bonus. I don't like them to come like robots.
Right off the word go.
That's it. I like them to explore and to feel. And when Ryan said he let the birds out, he could see them drifting and floating, and that's a sign of relaxedness. It's a sign to say to you, don't worry, we are under control. And we've seen that today from that lousy distance. In 30, how many minutes it took again?
22 minutes.
22 minutes.
Hold on.
They could have flown a hell of a lot further.
Oh, here they are here.
Yeah, I see them.
And again, I'm sorry about my filming, guys. I'm a one-handed guy. Oh, 1 second there. We'll adjust that. But, you know, they came from this spot. You could see they did it with ease. They had a little bit of fun. They did it with ease. They had fun. Do you think tomorrow really would be a smart move to jump them to the next station?
Well,
I know what my opinion is on it. What's yours?
I would think so. I wouldn't hesitate to, even the way these birds have been rambling around here. I call it rambling. People call it ranging.
No, you missed it. You're going to go to Novi on that one.
No.
You don't.
Well, you want me to say
No.
what you want me to say what you're going to say, but I say the way these birds are coming, this is actually it's like a joke for them.
Can I ask you a question? What would Dean Pallett say? When did Dean
Whatever.
Pallett?
I'm not going to talk about Dean Pallett. You know, he would say take them 50 times 5 miles, 50 times 15 miles, and get them in there. And I think that's a really good idea. So we'll just keep going there.
But my question to you is, do you think they graduated this spot today? They didn't do it. They weren't. They were excited. They were learning. They were playing. I don't think you need to jump another 7 miles in front of them. I think that's a
No.
train wreck waiting to happen. Let's let them finish this in a little bit closer to a respectable time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking to get it done in about 5 minutes.
The other thing too is today was a very special day because they loft flew in the morning, which is good. They were out. Excuse me, I got nose hairs here and they bother me. But also we changed the feeding time or the call-in time. You called them in at 2 o'clock, 2:30. They responded very well. There was some that didn't. I don't know how many. But as a whole, they responded very well in the change of that system. Normally, we call them in around 7:30, 8 o'clock for their feed. They get that call in. They're locked out all day. Normally, we do that. So we changed that now to 2:30 in the afternoon, which was today, right? 2:30. And then the other thing we did, we changed we had them, how many times you have them out in that transporter?
4 times.
4 times. So now we took them up the road, and as you can see at the slaughterhouse there, it's bush there too. Totally different environment. That's another change for them. And so they accomplished 2 changes. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep this system going with this change up to the slaughterhouse. They're going to get familiar with that more and familiar with this change, and it's just going to make them that much better, mentally better. And thumbs up, we didn't lose one bird.
Take it away, Leah.
Alrighty, on that note, let's get to the comments. Michael Peevler, I'll make it back. I've got 270 in the clock right now. 270 in the clock.
Yeah, that's good.
Eddie says, Eddie here from Wilmington, North Carolina. Nice toss today, a few lazy bums, but it happens. Yes, it does. Heather Green, nice to see you on. Michael Peevler, Koopman won 3rd race at African Pro. 3rd big one of the season. Well done, Gerard Koopman. He's a very busy man. Jerome says, rain hit here not long before. Good job. Everybody give a big welcome to Jerome. Jerome activated 1 or 2 of the Pioneer Master Breeder birds.
1.
Can't remember.
Speed
1?
Speed Demon.
Speed Demon. Yeah. So Jerome is part of the Pioneer family. Give him a big welcome, everybody. Thanks for showing that. We'll not have to watch the repeat. You're welcome, Michael Peevler. Now, normally on release days, we try to do to broadcast live from the release point and live from the village. Of course, once again, we had internet issues, so we had to do it this way today. Hopefully on the graduation, we will be able to broadcast live from the release point as well as the village. Unfortunately, internet, we can't really control it. Premier League, Mansker Racing jumped them to 50 miles. Oh, Brian Mansker. What did you say? Brian Mansker said, the birds are beating me home from 20 and 30 miles. How far do you typically jump them at that point? They have been to 30 miles 4 times.
You can go, I think safely you can go to 50 or 60 miles.
I can't understand you. Can you move your hand away from your mouth? Sorry, I can't hear what you're saying. Try it again.
I would say if you're going to go, depending on the course, and there's not a big body of water in front of you, if the course is the same layout, you can go to 50 or 60 miles now. I mean, I'm sure you've taken them up short all the way up to this point. You've probably had, I'm going to guess, probably 15 to 20 tosses, I'm thinking maybe. So I think you're okay to go from 30 to 50 or 60. I think that's not a problem.
Alrighty. Troy, I'm not sure if you're talking to me or who you're talking to. Yeah, Tracy, I doubt that's going to happen. Troy says, back to the same spot, slow and steady will get you up the road. That's how we feel as well, right? No jumping.
Yeah. I think if you're looking here around here, you're watching the jumping happening and you're watching the train wrecks happening. And I'm not saying we're not going to have train wrecks, but I think I just think to say, oh, they're doing great. You know what? I want to see them come home from 2 miles that they really know what they're doing, and when they do that, I figure it's going to take them 5-6 times, and we're going to move up to the next part. I'm fine with taking my time.
You're building confidence.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to ask you a question. I'm just thinking.
Okay.
If it took them 22 minutes from 2.5 miles, so you've got to kind of ask yourself, where did they go? I know in the past I trained birds 2.5 miles, and I actually followed them along the road home. And they went right over my loft. Now, if I wasn't looking, okay, they came 45 minutes later. So they were exploring, they were playing, they were, yeah, that's right. So in 22 minutes, these guys here, and I see when they came, they had lots of loft fly. They came in nice and smooth, right? When they landed, they weren't puffing. So that's showing condition. Again, we seen another group, about 20 or 30 birds came in and cruised in with that group while this group was flying around. So you see they were just exploring and playing. This is basically like a loft fly.
Like a loft fly.
So that shows me confidence in the whole kit.
That's right. And
like the fella said, you get some late stragglers. I had one here 15 minutes ago, came in by itself.
Yeah.
Boom.
Where did he go?
Like, where did you go?
Yeah.
What happened? But he went and he was learning, right?
That's right.
And this is like, it's like taking teenagers, 16, 17 years old, 18 years old, and say, go out for the night. I don't care when you come home. Those teenagers are going to go out and they're going to explore. And as they do that, don't get into trouble. They're going to learn about life. And that's what these birds start to do right here, right now. Don't beat me home.
Not yet. What do we got, Leah?
Mutler Loft says, I think you should take them 3 more times to that location before moving them. Now, the game plan was 5 times to each hotspot before the graduation, right?
Yeah. So I'm figuring Saturday or Sunday we're going to have the graduation. That's what I figured. And I think that's good. It gives us a little bit of time. It gives and it gives people a chance to activate their birds for the master breeder. Gives people time to get their picks in for the pick bird. Pick bird from 2 miles. It's going to be good. On graduation days, the birds will.
Sounds like it cut off.
Oh, I don't know what that was. On graduation day, we're not going to loft fly the birds. That way, everybody goes in the basket, and nobody misses the fun time down the road.
Okay, so if I can ask you a question, if this is true or false, did you actually get the first 4 birds in ahead of the group, or how was that? Because apparently there was 4 birds that came 5 or 10 minutes before something before the group. Is that correct, or what was it?
You'll see on graduation day.
No.
I don't know. I don't know because there's different birds out. Nobody won.
Oh, so on graduation day, are the birds going to go out?
No.
We have to discuss that.
No,
right?
they're not. We're going to give them a day off.
And the thing is, too, people, in one loft racing, I do feel it's very important that the managers of the one loft race have people close by to communicate with them, people that are knowledgeable in pigeon flying, because if one person, I believe, tries to do it on his own, there's decisions to be made. In other words, you think there's too much headwind. Oh, you think there's too much cloud. Oh, do you think it's too warm? Oh, this and that. Then we discuss and say, oh, I think it's this, I think that, I think this. I think it's very good for 2 people or even 3 people on a table to communicate what should be done. Right? And I think that's a big time bonus. One person on his own running a one-off race, he's sitting there going, and it's very hard.
All right.
And, if I could just interject here, I think we all also need to understand that the loft managers or the individuals who run these one loft races, they're human. We're human. They're human. People make mistakes. And the thing that I'm seeing more and more of is there's participants that enter these races knowing the history of the loft manager or knowing what they're going to be getting into, and then they get into it, and every year it's the same handful of people who get on there when there's a mishap on race day or on a trainer, they have a bad trainer, and they're the first ones to get on there and completely rip down the loft manager. Like, tie him up, put the rope around his neck, tie him to a tree, and let's hang him. And I've seen it time and time again over the last 3 years that I've been part of this. And I cannot believe it. I mean, guys, those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. I'd like one of you who've had an absolute perfect racing career from the time you started to now, whether it's 2 years, 5 years, 60 years, every season's perfection. You have great health, you have great training, and you have great races every season. Because those are the only people who should be getting on there and ripping the loft managers a new one. I cannot believe it. What are you trying to do to these people? You're trying to take their confidence right away from them?
Well, and then I'm going to say, they enter people's races, and the person themselves that's running it has maybe A, never run one, B, has maybe had pigeons 1 year or 2 years, or B, they're just a pigeon person who kept pigeons and never really won any race, and they're out there and they're trying, and then you guys go and rip the poor guy, and I said, well, why do you rip? Why do you rip him?
I never go in a one loft race where the guy has only been flying pigeons 2 or 3 years.
That's not that. The point of this, sorry, excuse me, that's not what I'm talking about. If you signed up for that individual's race, whether they've got 1 year experience or 60-year experience, you are an adult. You signed up yourself. Nobody put a gun to your head. You're a grown man or a grown woman. You looked into it and said, yeah, this is something I'd like to participate in. Okay, if you made that decision as an adult and things don't go your way halfway through the season, oh well, try another race next year. Ripping on the loft manager is not gonna fix it.
And what I was going to say to add to that, then we can move on.
I'm going to say something as well.
We don't need to go around.
If you're an experienced pigeon flyer, okay?
I'm going to say exactly what you're going to say.
I'm not going to make. I'm going to say.
Can I just say it so it's not
first
five
of all,
stories?
if you want to go in there and you know the guy's only had 1 or 2 years experience or no experience and you're going in, please don't rip on the guy when he fails, because the failure is you. Okay? So I don't go into that, and that's what I'm trying to say. I look at it, and if I want to go in, I say, yeah, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to have a little bit of fun. And I know the guys probably there's going to be failures. So, but then don't rag on the guy because you
didn't do your homework.
What you call, I'm a so-called experienced pigeon flyer, and I'm going to put my birds in a one loft race where the guy's only flown 2 years in his life. Well, all you're doing is helping him out to get his race going. And when you go in there, go in, say, maybe yes, maybe no, and that's it. And as you can see, even experience
gets killed,
gets screwed up. So. And, today we're talking about communicating back and forth. And today we went, before you took the birds up, Said, okay, we got some dark clouds coming around. The headwind was 15 miles an hour in the face. In the face, headwind. I said, perfect.
Wow.
Perfect. So you let them out, let them work in some headwind.
Take it away, Leah.
Comban Zoran, nice to see Alfred back. Hope you had a great vacation, he says. And of course, you have to lose a lot to win. And that's the whole part of this. You have to lose a lot to win. Even loft managers who run one loft races, they're going to lose. It's going to happen. Guys, you got to deal with it as adults. Driving someone so they're ready to jump off a bridge because you get your jollies off of it is sad.
You know, I'll make another comment if I could. You could be an ace winner this year. You win every trophy, every club race, every combine race, regional race, whatever you call them. I'm an ace. Next year, you do exactly the same things. You fall halfway off the bus. And you wonder why. Oh, I did exactly the same, and I still something happened here.
And it's very funny, but I notice, and I've been in a few one-off races where the handler in his local area, he just kicks ass, man. He just beats the shit out of everyone.
Who's that?
I'm saying,
Like
I enter a one-off race when I say Gary Smith can kick ass. He beats everyone. He beats everybody so bad with his own birds, beats him. Then I turn around and give him my birds. Everyone else gives him the birds. And then you know what he does? However he got those results, when he gets the one-off birds, he goes like this. And you know what you see there? Another wipeout. Because I'm going to tell you, people, when you fly someone else's pigeon, it's not your own. It's not your, and all you have, and I know it because I can feel it. It's that little bit of pressure. 80 with our race. There's 80 different lofts, 80 different cooks that watch what you do, and then there's another 100 outsiders watch what you do. And it's amazing that the pressure is. And I think in one loft racing, for one loft racing to evolve, the one lofts have to go up against the one lofts. The one lofts have to go up against local competition in their areas, and it keeps everything
in check.
It's better.
It would keep the one lofts accountable. Like you have a regular combine or a club series, combine series needs to be a development, a one loft combine type series where one lofts compete against each other, obviously if they're in the same vicinity, and then everybody's held accountable. I think that would be a great idea. You have a schedule at the beginning of the season that all lofts who are going to participate agree on, right? And this is the schedule that you have to follow.
I believe that, don't they even do this in horse racing?
Oh, they do it all.
In other words, it's not only one lofts competing against each other, could be combines coming in competing against one loft.
But the thing that I'm going to say, I'm a very competitive person. Today we went out. My mindset with those birds was to beat you. Who are you? Who am I? We're nothing. But I've said it time and time again in our area, from Niagara Falls up to Ottawa. There's 3 or 4 nice little one loft races. Hey guys, you want to get together and play?
Let's do it.
And I hear, Leah, if you can play the cricket sound effect, that's what it's about.
Oh yeah. Well,
let's do it.
But I'll beg you, let's go to.
Don't they have it there in San Diego? They have like a cup thing.
Let's give the people in Southern Ontario that support our race, and the Americans that come and support our race, let's give them a goddamn show. And you know what? I'll take your birds for free. You can come along. Crickets. And you know what that's telling me? That's why I don't enter no races in Southern Ontario. But that's me.
Anyway, today was a great first toss for the Pioneers. Well done to the Pioneer Village. One of many under our belt. Many more to go. Many more to go. We were all wound up about today's, and I'm looking at the calendar going, oh my God, there's like a whole other month of these to go. So by that time, we'll be experts at it. On that note, yeah, it was a great day. A great day for a trainer. Yeah, and tomorrow, same thing, right? That's the plan.
Yeah.
Day in and day out.
Yeah.
We're gonna go, yeah, day in, day out. We're gonna go back there again. It'll be in the afternoon. It could be anywhere from 3 o'clock to 5:30, 6. Again, it's 2 miles. It's better for them to go out and play throughout the day, burn off those calories, get some more flying, get some more education, get the odd hawk scare, and learn. They're going to get basically this 2 miles to me is basket training, coming out of the transporter, learning how to orientate, and then going in that right direction. That's what we're working on.
The idea is today they had the loft flying, which is good. Get them in, and I don't think we gave them enough time in the transporter. I like to leave them in that transporter and let them sit in there and let them in the little bit of heat, let them cook a bit. And that makes them think a little more.
Well, tomorrow we're going to try that. Again, we got to get
Well,
them in.
we didn't do it today.
We're going to work on that tomorrow.
I got
That's
out
okay.
there and I didn't get back, and I'm sorry because
That's okay.
I was out doing some shopping.
That's
but
okay. And we don't need to go on about that. We're going to adjust for tomorrow.
And you
Moving
said we
on.
got to get these things out there, and we got to get it out.
Do you
And I
want
said
a question for
we
you?
got up to
Just a question.
8 o'clock tonight.
Just a question.
Not even 8.
No.
9 o'clock of darkness.
Yeah. Well, I'm not playing that road. I don't want.
No, I'm
I don't
not.
want to hear the. I don't want to hear the backseat.
What time did you get them up?
Do you want your birds up tomorrow
What time did you get them up?
6.
Was it 6?
6 this morning.
No. This afternoon.
5:30.
5:30. They still had 3.5, 4
Yeah.
hours of
But
daylight. I'm
you
not worried
got
about that.
to understand something. I got everybody on the sidelines.
Hmm.
Then I get the you lost them because they didn't have enough time.
So
I like to try and keep it a little bit so I can say.
I don't want to say. I'm just going to say one word. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Maybe insult these people.
Okay.
Who in the world are you?
Moving on. Take it
That's
away,
it.
Leah.
Noel Pasqua says birds are being treated the same way, fed the same, medicated the same, trained the same for all birds. It comes down to the genetics. Let the birds compete, and may the best birds win. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I believe it.
and that's sort of what we were talking about letting them out now in a group. Last year, I know we did little groups, and that was fun. I just find it's hard with a show, especially when you're 20 miles away or 30 miles away. I don't know. I'm just thinking they all fly together. They're a team together. Let's just go together.
I think again, where I say you have a partnership, which is Ryan's my partner, and Leah's a partner. Discussion, and we discussed how are we going to do it this year? Are we going to let them go in separate groups? And analyzing, when you have those birds on that transporter and you have 3 sections, 4 sections, whatever, compartments, soon you let that first group, okay, you're going to let them sit. They know when they're going up, this is the first time, second time, they're in the transporter 5 times now. But as we get going, it's going to be 30 times, 40 times, 50 times. They're in that transporter and they're like race horses. You walk out, you guys ready to go? I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Okay. You're focused. We sat here for 20 minutes, a half an hour. We had a coffee. You're focused. We're focused. Ready to go? Ready to go. And then you let one section out and they go. And the other group, they're going, huh, you just took away my whole momentum. My whole concentration was taken away at that point. You can actually see it and feel it. Like, what in the hell are you doing to us? And we discussed it. We said, I think it's better off in a whole liberation, because the whole part about taking birds for a training toss, if you drive 50 miles, stop, grab a coffee, sip on it till that coffee's finished. The birds relax, they focus, don't just drive up. I got to go to work. Let them out.
Okay,
There's no concentration. So what I'm saying is you break the concentration of the birds.
You can slowly do that as the birds learn. You can go little less time, and you see that by the end of the season, you don't even have to wait a minute. And they fire and they go. But I do see exactly what we're saying. When you let them out in groups and you talk to them to get them to come out, you screw up the next two groups. You just keep lathering them up. And you know what I think it does? I think it discourages them.
If you have, I got 4 Chihuahuas. You got to go out for a pee. They're all at the door. They wag their tails. They're excited. I want to go out for a pee. I'll open the door up, and if I say to one Chihuahua can go out, the other 3 stay in. The other ones look at me like, hey, what's going on? Like racehorses.
Therefore, we agreed to let them all out as a group. Alfred from Combe Van Zoren says, do you first loft fly? I think he's asking if we loft fly them before we take them training.
What we're doing with these birds is we open them up here at 6 in the morning, and they'll go out at 6. They go for their fly.
Yes, we do loft fly.
Yeah, but we don't loft fly and bring them in and take them. We give them 7-8 hours of get out there and play. Go up, go down. The hawk scares you. You go around, kick you up one time, go. Burn it all off. Burn it off as much as we can. Bring you in, basket you, hold you in a basket for 2, 3, 4 hours, then take you down the road. Trying to take as much starch out of the potato. Back to you.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, that is correct. We're going to talk a little bit right now about, first of all, we want to thank everybody who participated. First of all, everybody who donated birds to our Pioneer Master Breeder Auction. We want to thank all of our breeders who donated pigeons. Firstly, thank you very much for your support. Secondly, to everybody who bid on the birds. The pigeons, thank you for your support. It was amazing. We got some amazing bids. It was wonderful to see all the support for those 12 amazing pigeons. Thank you guys for all the bidders. For the buyers, for the winning buyers, congratulations and welcome to the Pioneer Village. Whether you were part of the village before and you've added some horsepower to your team, or you're new to the village, congratulations and welcome. It's going to be a super fun season. Next thing up, I want to talk about the regular Master Breeder program. So we think that all of the breeders in the Pioneer One Loft race, you're all considered Master Breeders. And all of the birds are going to participate, can be activated in the Master Breeder program, which is $75 a bird, open to everybody. I'm just going to show it here on the side where you guys can go and activate your birds for the Master Breeder program. Can you just maybe mute your mic, Ryan, if he's going to be making drinks and doing ice and stuff, because it's super distracting. Thanks. So if you head on over to our website at FIPA.ca or Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions, this is our homepage here. You're going to see we have 2 new items for you guys to participate. One is the Picket to Win It for Hotspot 1, the duck farm, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But if you scroll down, the second on the list is the Pioneer Master Breeder Activation, where everybody will be able to participate or activate a pigeon in the Master Breeder competition. How does it work? The activation is open to everyone. It's a first come, first serve system here, so no breeder's rights. It's $75 activation fee per pigeon, and the fee breakdown is $50 go to prizes and $25 goes to the admin. How does it work? The pigeon with the most points after all 13 races, which is boot camp plus your regular series, wins. The more pigeons, obviously, that get activated into the Master Breeder program, the more prizes we're going to have available. Guys, it is the buyer's responsibility before you activate into the Master Breeder program to make sure that the pigeon you want to activate is still in the game. Where do you find out that information? I've got the Win Companion link right here where you can click on and check the latest trainer or the latest inventory before you activate to make sure that the bird you're activating is actually still in the loft. And here we have all of our Pioneer participants. Now you're going to notice some of them don't have photos. I am working on uploading the photos because we had replacements and whatnot. Things got a little bit messed up, and so I have to redo some of the photos. But everybody who is currently in the loft is there. Okay, photos hopefully will be done by tomorrow, I'm hoping. But let's just say you're interested in activating this fella here, Glass Tiger. Glass Tiger from Bloomloft. You're going to see the bird's band number. You're going to see who the breeder of the bird is, what the pigeon's name is, and what team the pigeon is on. This Glass Tiger is on Team LMR. Glass Tiger suits your fancy and you want to activate him in the master breeder, all you do is add him to the cart and check out. We will get a notification that you have activated Glass Tiger. What you then need to do is send payment by PayPal, friends and family only if you're in the States. If you're in Canada, you can send an e-transfer to featherselite@gmail.com. $75 gets you into the master breeder program. Ryan? You can unmute. Anything you want to add about the master breeder?
All right.
I can hear you.
Wow. Okay. I just wanted to try one. I'm just going to push one button, Leah, and you just tell me if you can hear me still. I'm just testing something.
Okay. No.
All right. So that's good. So now I just learned something. You did that really, really well, Leah. So good job on that. That's a lot of work to upload, people. If you don't see a photo of your bird, don't panic. It's going to be up there slow and steady. That's not the main thing. The main thing is get the birds that you want. Okay? You can buy anyone's bird. You don't own the pigeon. You don't own it. You just own it for the master breeder competition. Like if you said, I want to own all of Rick Fife's birds. I want to try them in the master breeder. You can go in there, see which ones he has left, do your homework, go on Win Companion, look, Rick Fife's got 4 birds. Go on here, there's one, quantity 1. If it's there, purchase it, pick it up. Now, you're going to fly for the master breeder. 13 races with that bird to earn master breeder points. I don't think you can't go wrong with this. This is a super competition to see. Hey, I've always wanted to try somebody else's birds. This is a small investment, and you get to have a little bit of fun. And we're not telling you to buy all of Rick's or Frank's or any. Just go out and pick what you like. It's cost efficient, and you have fun. And it gives you now another set of races to play. Sure, you have your own birds, or maybe you don't. This gives you an opportunity to get into the game from start to finish.
Also, I just wanted to add, if you do come across a pigeon and it says sold, that means that somebody has already activated that pigeon into the master breeder series. All of our auction birds that were up in the Pioneer Master Breeder auction, they automatically get entered into the master breeder competition. So if you bought a one of the auction birds, you're already entered. That was part of the deal. You already get entered, so you're already in it. So you can either be already a participant in here, and if you want to activate your own birds, you can do that. Or if you're a spectator and there's a certain pigeon that has caught your eye, you can also activate somebody else's bird. There's no breeder's rights here. It's a first come, first serve basis. That is for our master breeder activation. How long is this going to run for, Ryan?
I want to see the support. We'll make it. I think we'll give it the full week for sure, and I think we'll do the graduation. You want to put the graduation in as the cutoff, or do you want to go to the next? What's your thought, Leah, on this one?
I think what we'll do is let's see by the end of the week how many people have been picking, and then we'll reevaluate. So for sure, it will be open until the first graduation from the duck farm. So that's a for sure. So guys,
Right.
get on there and get activating. Second thing I just wanted to mention, we are starting again with our Pick It to Win It. For those of you who are familiar with the Pioneer One Loft race, you know during our race series season, we do pick birds for every race. What we decided to do this year is to also do pick birds for our training season or our boot camp at a reduced price. Normally our pick birds, I think, are $20 or $25 a pick. For our training or boot camp series, it's $10 per pick. How does it work? Again, activation, folks, is open to everyone. It's $10 per pick. Each pigeon has 3 shares per pigeon, so the pigeon can be picked a total of 3 times. The breakdown is $5 of that $10 fee goes to the weekly pot, $5 goes to admin. How does it work? The first pick bird to clock wins the pot. If the first bird to clock is not the pick bird. The pot carries forward to the next hotspot, and the first pick bird clocked on that day wins a free pick. So let's say the first bird to clock is not a pick bird. Nobody picked it. So nobody wins the money, okay? The first pick bird that clocks is going to get a free pick for the next series, and that whole pot carries over to the next graduation. Did I say that right, Ryan?
Leah, you did not just say that right. You said that fantastic. And yes, we are going to have happy hours on our pick birds. I'm not going to tell you, for the 2 miler, there might not be any. There might be some, there might not. There might be, hey, you get 10 picks for $50. I don't know. You're going to have to wait and tune in, but don't wait for me.
Yeah,
If
let's
we don't
not.
see,
Yeah.
if we don't have the, if we don't see the support, we're not giving the happy hours. You want the bar to make you good drinks? You want to have fun? Get out there and get picking.
So the Pickbird series, this is going to go for every boot camp graduation. So 2 Mile Duck Farm, when we do the graduation, we will have the Pickbird pot. 10 Mile, same thing, and on and on and on. So there will be 5 Pickbird pots for boot camp, and there will be 8 Pickbird pots for the regular race series. Tracy has a question. Let me get to Tracy's question. Oh, Tracy says, that's a lot of work, Leah. You need a personal assistant. Oh, yeah, sure. Tracy says, do the points start with the races? For the Master Breeder Series, points begin right at the 2 Mile graduation. So points will be collected for the 5 graduations on boot camp, as well as the 8 races in the race series. Go ahead, Ryan.
Right. Now, in our race series, there are the 8 race champion bird points. And you guys are going to wonder, well, how does that how do you amalgamate all this? The five hotspot races, the birds are going to earn points. So all the birds are going to earn their points. We're going to have a tally of those points and keep them. We clear the board, and we start with the next set of points for those 8 races. And at the end, it adds up. So you guys can see. So that way there's going to be a champion bird points for the 8 races. And then there's our Master Breeder, which was the 5 graduations and the 8 race series.
So basically, that's right. To win Master Breeder, you have to have the most points right from the word go. Meaning right from the 2 mile mark, it's the bird that collects the most points right from the 2 mile mark. That's what the Master Breeder. Our regular champion points is only for the 8 race series. That's what you get included in your $350 perch fee. This $75 Master Breeder is total points over the entire season, starting right from boot camp. Hopefully that makes sense. Guys, if you have questions about this, now is the time to ask, okay? Also, a reminder, we're not going to be activating anybody's birds for them. You have to activate your own birds. Reason being, we just have too much to do, we forget, and then people get mad at us. So if you don't have an account on our website and you're interested in participating, set it up on our website, feathersleypigeonauctions.com or fipa.ca. I know I say that fast sometimes. I'm going to stick it down there in your bottom lower third. That is the website where all activations for your pick birds or Master Breeder or anything fun that we're going to be doing with the racing, that's where you're going to find it on our auction website, okay? If you guys have questions, now's the time. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, so basically, it's all there in front of you. That pick bird that's $10 for every graduation. Guys, go out there and pick your birds. You got to win it, though, or we're going to carry it over. We want the pot to grow. We want the pot to be fun. This can be something great, but you guys have to get involved, participate, and you know what? You might just have a bit of luck.
Can I say a word?
Yes.
Yeah. This is a one loft race. Am I not right? What other one loft in the world has this kind of fun?
We don't know. That's why we're here.
I'm going to give a clap. Nobody has this kind of fun. Nobody. The rest of them, take a look at the rest of them around the world. It's boring, man. Boring.
But
This is like
that's why
this.
that's why you come to the village, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
You know, I didn't get paid to say this. I'm just listening. I'm just saying this is creativity. This is not
It's
just
fun.
a boring piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Can
the other
It's
ones
fun.
are a
Can I-
boring
can I
piece
ask
of
you-
shit.
Can I ask you a question?
Guess what? Today
Hold on.
we had a lot of
Go
fun
ahead.
from 2.5 miles.
Hold on. Let me ask you. You're not a gambler at all. I took you to Las Vegas. Was it not something to see? To go and see Las Vegas
Yeah,
for a weekend. It's an event, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's fun. There's only one Las Vegas. There's only one Pioneer Village. And guys,
The rest of them are boring, man.
that's why there's only one
Boring.
Las Vegas. Take it away, Leah.
And we really tried to make whatever we're doing this year, we really tried to keep price point in mind because we know everybody is feeling the sting of what has happened to us the last 2 years. The economy, fuel prices, grocery prices, we're all in the same boat here, folks. And so we really tried this year to make anything extra that we do cost effective for everybody. So we hope to see you guys participate. It's going to be a great, fun season. And these are just little ways that you can get even more involved. Go ahead.
We're talking about making it cost efficient. We are trying to. We had our transporter made. We have it right now. But with the fuel prices, we've reconstructed
Hold on.
a unit
You don't have to.
that
you don't
makes
have to
it.
explain.
No, what I'm saying, it makes it a little more
Yeah,
cost efficient to run.
But it's fine. That's fine. You know what we want to give? I want to give the people that are a part of this and the people that watch, I want to give them different styles of racing. A pick bird. Hey, go out and pick a whole team. For $100, you're going to get 10 pigeons. Go out and pick it. Pick a master breeder bird. Go out and pick it. The spring series is going to show up. Pick it. You know what? Go out and have fun. Different ways to win, different tournaments. It's fun. It's outside the box thinking.
Yeah,
Right.
we're certainly trying. And like we said at the beginning of the season, these pigeons that you see in these lofts, yes, they are bred by the breeders, but these are everybody's pigeons. And these pigeons are going to entertain you and they're going to keep you on the edge of your seat. And that's what they're there for. They're here to promote this sport to as many people as we possibly can and get as many people involved as we can. For those of you who are new to the village, the last 2 years, you can ask people who've been with us a while, like Tracy and Jay-Z and Mike Sheridan. There's big money to be had in the pickbird. We had pots last year, $2,500, $3,000, $3,500, $4,000. So it ain't no thing to just, laugh at and go, oh, well, there's going to be no money in that. Trust me. When they get picking, the pots get big. Mike Parrish says, you guys are more interactive than not just one loft races, but most people on FB or YouTube. You guys are way ahead. Well, we figured that this is the way of the world here now, reality TV, and not everybody can have a loft, not everybody can have pigeons, but you can certainly have them with us and watch them and root them on and let loft manager Richard and Ryan do the grunt work for you. Glenn Thornley, for Master Breeder, what happens if no birds make the entire race series? Being pessimistic. That's a good question.
Hey, you know what?
That's a good question.
You know what? I want to ask you a question. This is a real simple question. How many times in your life you ever have pigeons go under the loft since you've lived here?
Oh yeah, a few times. Yeah.
Never. We never had pigeons go like this year.
Oh,
Troy said,
under the loft. Oh, never under the loft. Yeah, yeah.
Listen, I don't think like that. I finish every year. I'm gonna finish this year. I will finish. And you know what? You got to be positive. What happens if? I don't know. What happens? I can't worry about what happens. I got to go out there and do the job to get it finished.
I'm going to add another thing. You lost my bird in training. You lost it off the loft. Every time you take your bird out for a loft fly, every time you let your bird out of a basket, every single time you do that, that's not your pigeon. The pigeon's gone. And it's the pigeon that comes back to the loft and comes in. So please don't think we let out 280 birds. We lost them. It's up to the pigeon to decide what he's going to do. Every time you let a bird out, it's not your bird. He has a decision what he wants to do. And it doesn't matter what kind of condition he's in. You can let him out. He gets hit by a hawk. Maybe he hits a wire or whatever. So I'm just saying, we got people saying, well, you lost my bird. Well, I'm just saying, every time you let the bird out, it's not yours until it comes back in.
I'm going to say this one time only. Last year, we sold close to 1,500 or just over 1,600 of those Pioneer Gold bands.
Right.
80 to 90 lofts bought bands, and I wanted to thank all those people who bought those bands.
Yep.
Very good. And those people came to battle for four. Wait. Not 9 races. They only came to battle for 4.
That's right. The 4.
And out of those 80 lofts,
distant races.
Out of those lofts,
yep,
only 7 lofts finished.
Wow.
Hold on.
I know.
Hold on.
I got to clap.
Don't.
I'm just saying.
Out of the 7 lofts, stay in your lane for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
That loft there and this loft here, we finished. We had up in the average and ace pigeons, both of our lofts. I'm out here to not fail. I'm out here to get those pigeons, and he's out there to get those pigeons and those pigeons right to the end. Because you know what? If I don't do that, you don't do that, then we shouldn't be in this game. Back to you.
So, yeah, we haven't thought about if we don't finish, because that's our intention is to finish, whether it's with 1 bird or 100 birds or all 270 of them. We'll worry about that when we get to it, which I don't think it will, but great question. Michael Peebler, roll it over for next year. That's a possibility.
Perfect. Good answer.
Yeah, roll it over.
Roll it.
Sure.
A good question.
Roll it. Roll it over. Roll the whole thing over.
Guys, on that note, if you guys have questions about either the pick bird or the master breeder, feel free, let us know in the comments. We're going to move on. A new thing that we're going to do on Mondays is Loft Manager Richard and Loft Manager Ryan. I've asked them to pick out a bird from each loft that has made an impression on them this week, that stood out to them in some way. And they're going to bring on their picks of the week and explain why these pigeons sparkled in their eyes this week. Who do we want to start with first?
We're going to go with Ricky. Ricky, go grab your checker there that you picked out. It's in the basket.
So I'm going to see, Ryan, you texted me your picks because I don't know who they are. So, all right. So in Loft Manager Richard's loft, the pigeon that he's going to pull out is from Green Family Lofts. It is band number 12. I'm going to get the name of it in a second here while we wait. And next week, on next Monday's show, we are going to have the winners from Boot Camp. Race 1, Graduation 1, the Duck Farm, will be on Monday's show. We're going to show the winners. Jerome says, make it a raffle. Make it a raffle. What are we raffling?
I don't know. Make it a raffle. No, we're not giving. No.
What are we raffling?
If a pigeon can't win a prize, the people don't get it. The pigeon, you got to come back and play again. Yeah. Pigeons earn the money.
Yeah. When it comes to racing, like we give village awards to like human participants, like participation award. But when it comes to the pigeons, no, they have to actually win. We don't give participation awards if the birds don't actually win the position. So the birds actually have to do the work to win. Okay, Ryan, who do we got there? That was number 12, right? Number 12? Yeah, Green number 12.
Man, I'm going to say this. Shake my hand.
You
pick pigeons.
I am telling you right now. I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
The feather on this hen and the quality.
Oh, look at her face. Look at her face.
Yeah.
I feel like that's from Lucky Horseshoe. That might be that's from Mike's team. I'm trying to find the bird's name.
Very nice. You'll find that I feel the birds won't start to bloom a bit until their tails are totally in. This bird here, her tail's not in fully, as you can see. And the whole group, most of them, their tails are probably 3/4 of the way in. Once that comes in, then they will start to work.
You know, I will say something.
This,
Ladies and
you
gentlemen,
get goosebumps on this.
if you're watching this show, this hen, she's just starting to expand.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, this is a pigeon. Guys, you want a pick bird for this week, or you want to do the master breeder? This pigeon has it all. Lucky Horseshoe number 12. She's small, she's compact, but the thing I like about her is, take a look.
Her keenness.
No dummy here, is there?
No.
What a super pigeon. And the feather quality, I told you, I'm going to have a very hard time. I'm going to have to use every trick in my arsenal to beat you, because you have a bit better feather. You darkened longer. I was in that whirlwind of shit trying to get out of. And I made a couple adjustments. But this pigeon here, she's super. The Green family for sending this pigeon is super quality. And guys, don't let there it is right there, Peterbilt. She's that nice.
That picture there, she's further on the molt right now. Right now, she's way better looking than that picture.
Wait, let me do a side by side. Just a minute, please. There we go.
Yeah.
Guys, this is Peterbilt from Lucky Horseshoe Loft, also known as Mike Green. AU220012, available for master breeder activation as well as pick bird for the duck farm. Loft Manager Richard, why did you pick Peterbilt? What make? I want to hear Dad tell us why. Why does this one stand out?
Very sharp hen. She comes in just like bang, like a bullet. Just sharp, very intelligent. Take a look at the third bars on her.
She is a checker, but boy, yeah, but I will say, you pointed her out to me in the loft.
Yeah.
And I caught her because we went in there together.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, we really aren't doing justice to your birds, because this wasn't the only one. I mean, they just look like bullets. Super feather. The muscles are perfect.
Mike Green is on the line and says, yes, that's mine. Mike, do you know what the pedigree or what the bloodlines are on Peterbilt? I know you have some fantastic birds in your loft, in your breeding program, and just curious if you know what the bloodlines are on Peterbilt. That's a hen. Yes? A hen, Ryan?
Yeah, that's a hen. Yeah, she's a hen. A beautiful hen. Look at the third bar on her.
Beautiful. We're just we're gonna get rid of the dog there for a moment. It's interesting to watch when you guys have the volume turned off. There we go. So that's Ricky's pick of the week, Peterbilt from Lucky Horseshoe Loft. Good luck, Peterbilt.
Right. So we're gonna let Ricky take this one back and bring the next hen. Sydney, you're really gonna get on my nerves tonight.
No.
This one is Ryan's pick, right, Ryan?
Yeah, I gotta wait till Shuffles here leaves, and then he always manages to muffle up it goes like this with the speaker, with his hand. So we're learning how to work around Ricky's system. Hold on.
Oh, God help me.
Ricky gave me the International Racing Pigeon symbol. That's what he gave me.
So what are you doing right now?
Next one up, Ricky. Follow the bouncing ball, boy. We're not going to just toot your horn, because guess what? I'm still going to kick your ass.
Ryan's going to have his pick here up in a moment. In the meantime, David has a question. What is your theory on third bars? I've noticed several of my birds have it.
I think it's in the bloodlines of birds. I notice a lot of good winning birds, they have it in them. You see it a lot on blues. Blues more than checkers.
Come on.
Sorry. It's a goddamn it's a family show. Wait, hold on. You guys are gonna ready to listen. You want to hear how a Canadian learns how to ice skate? Listen, ready? Now you're like a ballerina boy. No, third bars. I like third bars. Take a look at all the winning birds. You see a lot of third bars. You'll see it, and look for thick bars. I never see winners
That
with
bird
pencil
has
bars.
3.
It's a checker, but yeah.
3 thick bars.
Can I just have my bird?
If she had more bars, she wouldn't be a checker. She'd be a blue total bar.
Yeah, beautiful nose hairs. Can I see my bird
By
now?
the way,
What?
got a nice pigeon.
That's a nice one. I did this one for somebody that I like on the show. Hold on, watch. He'll rub his hands over it. Go ahead. Adjust your speakers there, boy.
He's probably sleeping right now, but Ryan, why don't you read the band number on that, and I will introduce him.
All right. So this is AU 2022 JFL Jones Family Lofts 2545. Take it away, Leah.
Who are we looking at? We are looking at Big Mac from Jones Family Loft, of course, on Team Ryan. Jones Family Loft, this is their first year participating in the Pioneer One Loft, all the way from the United States of America. And we know there is a special friend in the UK by the name of Les Gerard, who is a big fan of Big Mac. And I think Ryan is too. Ryan? What's so great about Big Mac?
Well, he was the one that was fighting Jeffrey. He was fighting Jeffrey on the look at how nice the condition is on that.
On the feed pill.
On the feed pill and took him right off.
They put up a good fight.
Very nice.
A lot of fight to him.
Why did it stand? Yeah, why does it stand out to you? Why does that guy stand out to you, Ryan?
Well, because it was kind of funny. We put the feed pail up, and Jeffrey's the camera guy. He's the tough guy, and he got beat off there. And I happened to look, and this was the one that did it. And then Les Gerard said, "I want the one that beat the one on the pail." and I because me and Les think the same way.
I'm going to ask a question, if I can interrupt. Is there any way that, Leah, you can show that little exhibition there on that pail?
Well,
this guy here.
Actually, Loft Manager Richard, I can, because I'm just that good. Let's just see here. Let's bring it up again for those of you who missed it.
Very entertaining.
Just a moment, Loft Manager Richard. He gets excited.
Oh, here we go. People love to see that.
There we go, guys. And the
Jeffrey
winner on the
loses.
bucket, Big Mac, the bird that Ryan has in his hand right there now.
Yeah. Hey, wait.
I'll tell you,
isn't it
this
kind of funny though?
This bird here, when I see that, I got to give him an applaud.
But you just missed the whole boat.
What?
Jeffrey's in your loft, and this pigeon's in mine. And guess
So
what?
you got two different lofts.
Hold
This
on.
guy here, that was a good fight though.
Who won the fight?
When I was watching it, I thought Jeffrey was going to win it, and then all of a sudden, this guy just friggin' boom.
Listen,
blew him
I
right off.
started humming some Michael Jackson music.
Yeah.
And guess what? Jeffrey got his butt kicked.
Yeah.
Nice pigeon. They're two different pigeons. This is a little deeper pigeon.
Wait a minute. I had a talk with Jeffrey, and I told him this is what you got to do next time.
This week we might see Jeffrey's black girlfriend. Next week.
Oh, look at you know what I like on that? Look at that curve in those flights.
Oh, hey, bud.
That's incredible.
It's okay. I beat you once with this bird. I'm going to do it again. And by the way, if you look, 4 birds come together today. The first 4, this was one of the 4. Oh, win is a win is a win. Another point for me.
So before we talk more about Big Mac, Mike Green says Peterbilt is out of the Wolverine and Ivan Vanden Bosch bloodlines. Ivan Vanden Bosch, of course, a Feathers the Lead pigeon auction breeder. So you got some great bloodlines there, Mike Green. Yeah, Big Mac. So Big Mac also available for master breeder activation, as well as pick it to win it for the duck farm. Your chance to have Big Mac fly for you Where do you guys go to activate? I'm going to put it again down at the bottom. FeatherselitePigeonAuctions.com or
Looks nice. Very nice.
FIPA.ca. All the prices you see on our website are in Canadian dollars. So wherever you're watching from, I'm sure it's very cheap for you, unless you're from Canada. And if you are, then I'm sorry. All right, Ray Sheeran, nice to see you on. Says Jeffrey's given him a false sense of confidence before he whoops him. Oh, Ray.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
that's right.
Listen,
Jeffrey.
listen.
Jeffrey's gonna friggin' do it.
Listen, you know what? You gotta feel good. You got it handed to you twice already. I beat you today from the first one. Oh, and I beat you in this fight. But guess what? There's more beatings for you to come, and that's okay. Your head is beautiful. Mike Green's.
I could take a lot of beating. I've been beaten so many times. I don't mind it.
But nice condition again. Different style of pigeon than yours. It's a different style.
Well, you got my bird, the one I picked.
Your bird's a little bit more.
That's a hand
aerodynamic. This one's a little deeper.
That's a cock bird.
But still
He's a little deeper.
Nice
he hasn't got
wing.
When I handle, he hasn't got the muscle yet that I like to see on a pigeon.
Oh, hey, he had enough muscle to take off your Mr. Muscle.
So that doesn't mean nothing. I got Jeffrey. I got other birds that.
Okay, well.
What are we going to get into? Pale fighting?
We could.
That was quite a view. That when we seen that going on, it was like holy jumper.
And you guys got to think about 20 seconds before that, I didn't get the camera going, so they were already
fighting.
Yeah.
We were sitting there going. I said, "Hey, I think you should get a shot of this one." These guys were almost exhausted.
So I know Les Gerard, he messaged me and said, I want to buy this bird here. Guys, I have to send him this link because he's from the UK. He's going to buy this guy.
He's cut off.
Buy this.
So somebody was asking the band number. It's 2545, AU22 JFL 2545. Big Mac, Alfred, I think this one's got your name on it. I wonder if there's any macaroni in this one.
I see when you open the wing up, you see that snap in the wing?
Oh, yeah.
It's got that snap. I see that.
He's not a bad pigeon at all.
No.
And guys, there's lots of nice ones, but if Leah said, well, what bird stood out for me?
Hold his wing. I want to see the vibration. Vibration? Yeah.
Lots
of vibration.
A little bit of vibration. Very nice flight. Soft, silky feather. Go ahead and handle him again. Again, just a bit of a deeper pigeon. Now, good luck, Ricky.
And that's right. That's right, boys and girls. If your bird wasn't picked today, don't be offended by it. I literally just said, pick one bird from each loft that has stood out this week, and that's what they did. Maybe your bird will be next week. Please. We're not picking favorites.
See on these flights here, all that little white on the ends of each flight. That
I like it.
Very nice.
I like the pigeon. I think both pigeons are very, very nice, and both breeders, they set quality there. Now we got to do our job, and the bird's got to do its job to keep going.
And the first job was today. They all did it very well. I think the headwind helped them. Now, if we get a large tailwind,
a little more dangerous.
That could be more dangerous. Could hurt them. So that old headwind.
Headwinds are
made them push. Made them think. Some people say I like to see a headwind for pigeons. And to be fair, for them coming, they've been loft flying here. Sometimes an hour.
Yeah,
anyways,
different times. Hour. They go. Then they come down. They go up for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Then they come down. They go for 15 minutes. Different times of the day. Different scenarios. And
so
one thing that we like to do, you will see all the one loft races, majority, they will clock the birds in the morning times. Most of the time you see it 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning.
In the
afternoon. Maybe 3 o'clock. I want to see birds clock at 7, 8 o'clock at night. I want those pigeons to have that time out to learn the wind, learn everything, see the sky change, have a scare, adapt to different situations. And when I see a lot that's clocking birds 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, They're giving my pigeon an opportunity to go to work. Get out there and work. I don't like seeing birds flocking at 10 o'clock in the morning. Can I ask you something? What does the pigeon learn in his room? A young pigeon. What does he learn?
Very little.
He learns nothing. And by the way, these aren't pigeons that we've bred here. These are pigeons from all over. So they need, technically, all the help they can get to familiarize and say, man, this is my home. Take a look. On Sunday, it was hot. We put them in the baskets. They were in there. They were in there all day Saturday. All day Saturday, they came out. They came right in like bullets. Sunday, we put them back in the baskets. We let them out. What was the first thing we did? Put out the bath pans. I never seen pigeons go to the bath like, man, I love it here. I got to go swimming. Dude, we did that on purpose. That bath was more important than the basket training. Brings them in. Brings them in. It's great here. It's fun here. It's nice here. Building confidence. Put that bird away, please. You've held it far too long.
Tracy wants to know, did we lose any soldiers today?
No soldiers today. So far, looks like everyone's there. 270. Between 270 and 280. I don't think we lost. From the last intake, no, I don't think we did. We had, though, yesterday, we had a falcon attack.
Yeah.
And also, guys, hand scan inventory will be done. We're going to now, instead of calling it hand scan inventory, it's going to be basketing. So basketing before the graduation, that's going to be your weekly inventory moving forward. So your next hand scan inventory will be when we basket for the duck farm graduation, which will be on the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure which day yet. We will give you a heads up when the duck farm graduation will be, but we're aiming towards the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. That's when we will have the hand scan inventory when we basket them. All basketing for graduations will be live, so you will see the birds being basketed for the graduation. Are we doing that the night before, or how are we doing that for the graduations? Are you basketing the night before, or no, the morning?
I'm probably going to do the morning. Probably get up maybe at 6 or 7 and start it. Then that way, birds can spend all day in the basket and do their thing. I think that's what we're going to do. Again, we're going to talk about that. If we do it the night before, so then you guys will see it the night before. But we'll see.
Again, guys, what are we talking about? Training spot number 1, the duck farm for boot camp. There we have it there. You see it. 2 miles. And as far as the prize structure payout, we'll have that done before the graduation as well. So you know how much money we're winning on the graduation of the duck farm. Ryan and I are going to work on that this week, right, Ryan?
Yes, we will have that worked out. Again, we are not paying till the end of the race season, and we're not paying the day after the races are ended. It'll be 30 days after before payment will go out. That's how that's going to work on that. Please don't call me. Please don't bother me. Please blah, blah, dee, dee, da, dee, do. That's how it's going to work because we have to get everything organized and in line. And again, if I pay you today and then you want credit, you want pick birds, you want this, it's just a big cluster, you know what. We're not taking anything off the pots either. Okay, so if you win $1,000, oh, give me pick birds off of what I won. It's not working like that. Correct, Leah?
Correct. It's just too hard to keep track of it. Absolutely. Mike Parrish, what is the next training spot after the duck farm? Okay, so here are our 5 training hot spots. Disregard the prize payout because that's going to change a little bit. Like I said, Ryan and I are going to work on that this week, and you'll know what the prize payout is before we get to the graduation at the duck farm. So we have 2 miles at the duck farm, which is your hotspot number 1. Then we go to the racetrack, which is 10 miles. Then we go to the rock, which is 21 miles. Then we go to the water crosser, which is 50 miles. And then we go to the last stop, which is, of course, the last stop before the race series starts, which is 80 miles. So 2, 10, 21, 50, and 80. And that's going to take place throughout the month of August. We're going to try and hit each location at least 5 times before we move them on to the next distance, right?
Yeah, the only one we might not hit 5 times is probably the 80 miler. That might be a 3-timer, but pretty much all the rest of them we'll want to get them out there at least 5 times, and hopefully we don't have too many train wreck casualties, bad days. But we can't guarantee. All I know is training toss number 1, perfect. Tomorrow's a new day. That's that.
And that's exactly how we're going to take it this season, day by day. We're going to call it as we see it as the day comes, whether it's weather or cloud cover or fog or whatever. It's going to be day by day. We're not going to plan too far in advance because one never can tell with the weather and what transpires. But day by day here, folks. Tracy, just curious, are you putting anything in the baths or is it straight water?
Pretty much right now, still what we're doing. I know Richard likes to put a little bit of that Listerine in, but the main thing is we're letting the water run. So the water's constantly running through. So basically, it's completely clean water. Whenever they get in and they have a drink, the water's running through there.
I put a couple caps of Listerine in the water till the tub fills up. Then I'll shut the water off. Soon everybody goes in. The guys go in and have a bath. I'll just put the water on gently so it recycles the water.
It's recycling. That's right. I think that's more important than anything you can put in. If you give birds enough bath water, enough bathing, they produce super feather. I don't know if salts and that, I don't know if they're as big of a deal. I think, you handle a wild pigeon. A wild pigeon isn't given a bath. He baths in Mother Nature. He goes to the pond, finds a puddle, it rains, and wild pigeons never have dry feather. They don't bath in salt waters. They don't. Just my thought.
I'm looking at this toss this evening. It took them 22 minutes to come from 2.5 miles. Okay. Now, if you kind of figure this out, pigeon flies usually about 40 miles an hour with no wind. So in 22 minutes of flying, they flew roughly about 20 miles.
Yeah.
In 2.5 miles.
Right.
Did you get me? Going over here, going around there, going this way. Yeah. They flew roughly
20 miles.
About 20 miles.
Great learning.
Very, very nice.
Awesome.
My math could be wrong. Could be 18 miles, but I'm figuring in that kind of area there.
Round around.
Right.
Round around. Back to you, Leah.
Okay, so I think we're going to wrap this show up. Great show today. Great trainer today. Glad to see we're starting off on the right foot. Wish everybody good luck tomorrow. Ryan, what time around Pioneer time do you think, or what's the plan? How about what's the plan for tomorrow? So everybody knows when to tune in.
Same as today. I'm going to get up. Now, just a question. I'm going to let my birds out tomorrow around 6:30. Do you want your birds to go out? No sense two people getting up. Do you want yours to go out?
Sure. Yeah, put them out.
So I'll put all 3 lofts out at 6.
Yeah.
They're going to go out. They're going to have a bit of their fun. Maybe we'll do a bath tomorrow. Maybe we won't. But we'll let them go out and do their thing. We're going to bring the birds in probably around 11, 12 o'clock.
I'm sort of debating just in communication with you as a partner. I don't know with this hawk kicking around, we got a falcon kicking around, if it's good to lock them out. I would maybe make them, they do their loft fly, they have their nice loft fly, and then leave the chutes open so they can come in and get away from that those problems. Because I don't know. I'm just thinking of that because they've loft flown quite a bit, and we're getting into the training part of it. So they got to have a loft fly.
Well, maybe what we'll do is we'll loft fly until 9, leave the chutes open, let them come in. Whatever. We're gonna figure that out. Are you okay?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
You're really coughing a lot here. I'm worried about you.
I got pigeon fancier's lung disease.
I
maybe.
don't know. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just thinking about that. And you're just listening to two people converse about this. And I know with my Icelandic whites, I've left my chute, the loft fly, I leave my chute open. And then I go and take a look. I didn't call them in. After an hour, they're all in. Why? Because they know something we don't know.
How about this, guys? Make sure your notifications are turned on. If you follow us on YouTube, make sure you ding that bell, subscribe to all, so that way when we do go live, you will get a notification on your phone, as well as Facebook. Guys, if you're not following along on our page, you're not going to know when we go live, so make sure you subscribe to all. Michael Peebler wants to know chili cook-off. When are we doing that? Brian Mansker gave us the lovely recipe for chili that we're going to have to make this week. We just got to find a day.
Well, the problem was, this is the thing that screwed us up. We did the chill. We should have tested it tonight on the family show, right?
We
that
did
was
the
my
bean.
thing. We did, well, yeah, and
The bean
thing
was
today.
excellent.
Okay, so I you want to do for Brian for next Monday?
next
You want
Monday.
to do it for next Monday, Leah?
Okay, so we'll do Brian. I still haven't even written it up yet, so I still have to write. I don't even know where it is. Did you send it to me? I don't even think you sent it to me yet. Did you?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I sent it to you 5 times, maybe 7, maybe 8 times. I've sent
Sure you did. Sure you did. Okay, so next Monday we're going to do. It's going to be Chili Day in the Pioneer Village, and we're going to make Brian Mansker's famous. What's it called? Boston something chili? Can't remember.
Oh, it's Mansker's magic chili recipe.
Okay, so we're going to do that next Monday, and I'm going to post the recipe up so you guys can get all of your ingredients and you can cook along with Ryan next Monday. We will do that. So guys, get your cheer signs ready. We're back at it again tomorrow. Training flight 0002 back at the duck farm. It's going to be a great day.
I have a question
Yes?
that I would like to ask Brian.
Okay.
It's not
Is
on.
Huh?
It's not on.
Oh, for the chili, right?
Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
want to know about the
Are we
chili?
better off to do the chili and actually eat it a week later? That's the way to eat that.
Have you
chili,
not learned
fresh
anything
chili.
from the hogweed
It's just
eating experience last week?
Yeah, Ricky's hot. Where's Mike Vanderyak? Probably Mike got into the hogweed. Eh? He's all messed up.
We don't
He's
need
twitching.
food. We don't need
Mike-
food poisoning again.
Oh, food poisoning. I'm just saying, sometimes chili or something like that, you cook it today, you
Oh,
don't
I
eat
see.
it today.
Better
You eat
the
it like
next day.
5
Yeah,
days later,
yeah.
a week later.
Well, I don't know. A week might be pushing it, but we'll talk about that. Go ahead, Ryan.
And FYI, before we end this, we've done beans and we're going to do chili. So that's the end of that. Now we got to move to another level here.
So the next recipe
How about-
that you guys, the next recipe you recommend for Ryan, the one thing it cannot have is beans in it, okay? We're going to step away from the beans for a few weeks, and the next recipe can't have any beans in it. There we go. All right, we're going to wrap this up. You guys have been great. Great questions, great audience participation. I want to see those cheer signs, guys. Now's the time when the pigeons need it. They need all your support. Get those cheer signs ready. If you guys do cheer signs and you send them to us, I'll tell you what. Everybody who submits a cheer sign, you're going to be entered in a raffle at the end of the week. We're going to draw for everybody who did a cheer sign that week, and they're going to win some Pioneer swag. So get creative. Get your crayons. Don't all just ask Tracy to do them. And let's see your inner child come out and cheer your team members on. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. You want to wrap it up, Brian? I'm going to wrap it up. Who's wrapping it up? Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
I'm Leah. That's Ryan.
Thanks for playing with us. Pioneer Village. Les Gerard, don't tell me I didn't show you your bird. Ricky. Thanks for playing with us. Another ass kicking tomorrow. Thanks for playing with us, guys. That's Ricky, me, Leah, you guys.
Remember.
Bye for now.
Remember. Oh, wait. He's the best.
Don't forget to get your pick birds in for the duck farm. Where do you guys go to pick it to win it? FIPA.ca as well as your master breeder. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice night, everybody. Bye for now.